Hey guys, welcome back for another video. It's me, Wintree Will. Today we are starting on case 32 and the first case of the University District. So yeah guys, let's get straight into it. What is this case? Murder on campus. Congratulations on yet another promotion well earned, Captain Will, and welcome to Greensboro University. Woohoo, we're going back to college? Jones, I'm still in college. I've heard the students are always more busy organizing concerts and parties than actually studying. Jones, we're not sending you to the university to party, but to make sure that the students there are safe. Is that clear? That said, things are pretty quiet since all the students have gone away on summer break. It's the perfect opportunity for you to take things easy and enjoy some well-deserved downtime. You heard it, Chief Will. We're finally going to have some time to relax. 2 months later? Oh, wow. I was really looking forward to a bit of peace and quiet, but if we get one more call to save a kitty stuck up a tree, I'll go mad. I almost don't want to answer the phone. I swear, have Ramirez gone around telling everyone that we're now the pet rescue detectives? Hello? Captain Will, the students have barely returned from summer break and there's already been an incident on the college campus. It seems a first-year student, Ronnie Gashwala, was found dead on the campus lawn this morning. Oh, she's pretty cute. Finally, a real case. Murder is nothing to be excited about, Jones. I promised the college dean that I put my best captain on the case, so don't disappoint. Don't worry, Chief. Will solve this case in no time. You heard it, Chief. We got a murderer to catch. Let's head straight to the campus lawn to investigate. What the heck happened here? How did this girl end up tied up right next to an anthill? Oh goodness, her body is literally crawling with ants, Will. Do you think it was a party gone wrong? I mean, the vomit suggests the poor girl most probably drank too much. And what's up with all this writing on her body? And it looks like as if someone took off her bikini top at some point. These aren't students, they're animals. Let's send the body for autopsy and see what Nathan can tell us about her death. And we should talk to the dean about Ronnie's life here on campus. And you really think we ought to collect a sample of ants for analysis? Very well then, but I think I'll just watch from a distance, if that's okay. And then we can move on to something a little less scary, restoring those torn pieces of paper. Excellent work, Will. I think you collected enough ants for the murder scene to start your very own ant farm. Let's send these ants to Grace. Since they were right next to the victim's body, they might be able to tell us something about the murder. Well, I can't believe you just pieced back together a leaflet promoting how to commit the perfect murder. Please don't tell me the killer was stupid enough to leave it here. Hey, I see you got my promotional leaflet. Are you interested in joining the True Crime Society? No, but we are interested as to why there was one of your leaflets at an actual murder scene. There's been a murder on campus? Oh my goodness, finally. I've been waiting so long for this. This is absolutely dreadful. There's never been a murder at Greensboro College before, And to think that the first term has barely started. We're here to help, Dean Walker. About Ronnie. It seems she consumed a lot of alcohol prior to her death. Was she known as a party girl? Not at all. Ronnie seemed to be a model student. She even came here on a scholarship. If you ask me, she was the victim of a hazing. Wait a second, isn't hazing illegal here? Of course it is, but this is Rush Week, where all the sororities go crazy trying to enroll new recruits. It's impossible to control. You know, I've seen a lot of sororities and fraternities at my school, and they're like expensive as heck. These sororities force the first year students to compete in humiliating tasks. Inevitably, a lot of drinking is involved. Rush Week kicked off yesterday at the Eisenhower Amphitheater. All the sororities gathered there to present their houses to the first year students. Dean Walker seems convinced Ronnie's death was due to a hazing pushed too far. Why do students do such things? But let's not jump to conclusions just yet. For starters, we don't even know if Ronnie was interested in joining a sorority. Great idea, Will. Dean Walker did say that Rush Week started off at the Eisenhower Amphitheater, where all the sororities presented their houses. So if Ronnie was interested in joining a sorority, she would have been there. It's the best lead we got. You ready to check it out? Tess, can you explain what one of your leaflets on how to commit the perfect murder was doing right at the murder scene? Please, officers, I've been handing out leaflets for students to join my true crime sorority, but each time I hand one out, they tear it up. I can't help it. I'm passionate about crime, that's why I'm studying criminal psychology, and maybe I should sound excited by a murder, but for one to actually happen on my campus is fascinating. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm talking to the living legend, Captain Will, right now. I followed every one of your cases. You're like a cop superstar. Oh, look at that, she's blushing. Do you think I could assist you in solving this case? It could really help me with my thesis. I'll be as quiet as a mouse. Sure, you can be my intern. We're flattered you like our work, but I'm sorry, this isn't a textbook exercise. It's a real murder. Wow, such an odd character. I really hope the rest of the students here aren't as enthusiastic about murder as Tess Goodwin is. Great job, Will. I can't believe you managed to find this bag among all of this mess. And look, it clearly has our victim's name on it. This proves Ronnie was here for the sorority presentation. But you're right, it still doesn't prove her death was the result of a hazing. We should search through her bag. With a bit of luck, we might find something of interest. Great job, Will. By searching through our victim's bag, you found this handmade scrapbook, Ronnie's Guide to Surviving Rush Week. Sadly it didn't help Ronnie much. And look, there's the name of the person who made the book, but it isn't in English. Good idea, let's send a scrapbook to the lab and get this name translated. So I had a look at the scrapbook, Ronnie's Guide to Surviving Rush Week, that you found in your victim's bag. It turns out the name of the person who made it was written in Hindi, and in English it translates to Misha Goswala. Goswala? You mean like your victim? Yes, Misha Goswala is your victim's sister. What's more, Misha is a third-year student at Greensboro College. Well, this isn't going to be easy, but we need to inform Misha of her little sister's death. Ronnie's dead? But that's impossible. Nobody could have possibly wanted to harm my little sister. She was just too sweet. Oh, Ronnie, I so wish I hadn't treated her so badly. I didn't even want her to come to this college because I thought I had to babysit her. So instead, I wrote her this stupid book on how to survive Rush Week in the hopes that it would excuse me of my sisterly duties. About Rush Week, we have reason to suspect your sister died in a hazing accident. Do you know which sorority she wanted to join? She was so desperate to make new friends, I think she would have joined any of them. I knew she was scared of being away from home, and I ignored her. Having to deliver such terrible news to the loved ones of the deceased is truly the most excruciating part of our job. I hope Misha manages to hold it together. Ants act like little recorders of their own environment. They store away everything they come into contact with, so you did well to collect some from the crime scene. I analyzed these ants and found many traces of the victim inside their digestive tracts. You mean the ants ate her? That's not the only thing they ate. They also ingested large amounts of frozen yogurt. I'm so glad they kept room for dessert. You should be, because I checked with Nathan and he informed me that your victim was lactose intolerant. Given that the ants still had the frozen yogurt in their system, it means they ate it in the last few hours. So then that can only mean it was our killer who was enjoying a frozen yogurt shortly before or after having tied Ronnie up. First of all, I analyzed the writing on your victim's body and found nothing of interest. They were just harmless messages. But as harmless as the messages were, your victim's death was incredibly twisted. She was forced to ingest huge amounts of alcohol. What makes you so sure that Ronnie was forced to drink against her will? Because I found scratchings in her throat from when a funnel was jammed down it. But she didn't die from alcohol poisoning. As you have known, Ronnie was tied up next to an anthill. When she fell unconscious, the ants crawled into her ears, nose, and mouth until she ended up dying of asphyxiation. Oh my goodness, that is so gross. Swarmed by ants invading your body until you suffocate? I'm guessing all the sugar in the alcohol is attracted to ants, but I found traces of a specific type of alcohol, champagne, on Ronnie's body, but not in her system. This champagne is much of a higher quality than what Ronnie was made to drink. Obviously, the killer wanted to keep such an expensive drink all to themselves. So our killer drinks champagne, and apparently they don't like sharing. Shame, because it's now going to cost them a lengthy stint behind bars. Later at the police station. I thought with all the technology available nowadays, students no longer had any privacy left. But we still have no idea what our victim was doing the night of her murder. All we know is Ronnie was tied up, covered in writing, with her bikini top undone. Our two most plausible theories are it's a hazing gone wrong, or something of an even more sinister nature. Captain Will, you're not going to believe this, but there's a video that's just leaked online which has gone viral on campus. We're not in the mood to watch a funny video, Alex. This is definitely not a funny video. It's a viral video of some kid boasting about having slept with Ronnie, and it was posted online late last night. We found our victim tied with her bikini top undone, which suggests Ronnie was the victim if possible. I don't think I can even say it out on YouTube. And now, Alex, you're telling us there's a video of a college boy bragging about having slept with her that it found its way online? Sadly, yes, it was filmed last night, but it became viral this morning. Here, why don't I play it for you, Captain Will? The online video. What's up, my brothers? The latest to join our Sleeping Hall of Fame is one lucky Psi Sigma Gamma pledge. She's a spicy little number called Ronnie who gives a dang. But let me tell y'all, she was through the roofie. For all you other fraternities, rush week is almost over, so you better hurry and taste that fresh meat before it spoils. Party on. Woo! I can't believe it. He actually posted a video online in which he brags about sleeping with Ronnie. And then he encourages his fraternity friends to hurry up and sleep with first-year students while rush week is still going on. What a hole. If he's the one who tied Ronnie up and got her drunk to have his way with her, then he's got to be super dumb to brag about it online afterwards. At least he taught us something. He called Ronnie a Psi Sigma Gamma pledge, which means Ronnie wanted to join that sorority. You're right, we should go search the Psi Sigma Gamma sorority house and check for ourselves whether Ronnie was there. Now all that's left is to identify Mr. Big Mouth. Well, do you think you're you'll be able to identify him by running his profile through the college database. Remember, Will, in the viral video, it was mentioned Ronnie wanted to join the Psi Sigma Gamma sorority. Now we need to verify this lead. Well done, Will. I'm surprised you weren't blinded by all this pink. People really should invest in paper shredders because these torn pieces of paper are just too easy for you. And since you can find a needle in a haystack, I know you will be able to find something of interest in this pile of gross items. Oh, just barely. Excellent work, Will. So the boy who's claiming to have slept with Ronnie in the online video is called Josh Anderson. Given how dumb you got to be to post such a video online, I'm surprised he even goes to college. Come on, let's go question him. Nicely done, Will. This funnel that was hidden in those clothes reeks of alcohol. Huh, funnels. Helping college kids get drunk for decades, but it could also be used to force someone to drink. You're right, there's a high chance this is the funnel that was used on Ronnie. Let's send it straight to the lab. Excellent work, Will. So those pieces of paper you found in the Psi Sigma Gamma sorority make up an invitation. Dear Ronnie, you've been invited to join Psi Sigma Gamma. After you squealed with joy and jumped up and down, come see us. You're Psi Sigma Gamma sisters. This not only proves that Ronnie wanted to join the sorority, but they also wanted her to be a part of it. So why tear up the invitation? You're right, it must have been torn up because either someone was jealous or the invitation was no longer needed now that Ronnie's dead. Let's talk to the Psi Sigma Gamma president all about this. If the massive portrait of her in the sorority common room is anything to go by, her name is Madison Springer. Ooh, she's pretty cute too. Josh Anderson, we've just seen a video that was posted online in which you claim to have slept with Ronnie Gashwala. Shh, bro, not so loud. I got a biscuit of a headache. I swear, champagne is such a killer, man. But yeah, I slept with Ronnie. Lol, you want the details or something? I met her in the Eisenhower Amphitheater. She was hot. And, oh, that's a lot. Okay. And then you had to go and brag about it online? It's a fraternity tradition. We initiate first-year rushies into the ways of college, and then we film our stories, but some whole leaked mine online. Do you even realize Ronnie's dead? Shh, not so loud. My head's gonna explode, and unless Ronnie died from the total bliss, which is sleeping with me, I didn't kill her, bro. What a little sheet. Josh seems so freaking sure of himself. Well, you can be sure he's just made it to the #1 spot on our suspect list. To think that fraternities here prey on vulnerable rushies, first-year students who are most probably too intimidated to even say no. You're right, Will, it's pointless getting worked up. Let's head back to the amphitheater. With a bit of luck, we might find something incriminating evidence to arrest Josh. I mean our killer. Jones, we're not biased here. Madison, as Psi Sigma Gamma president, we'd like to ask you a few questions concerning the death of Ronnie Gashwala, who wanted to join your sorority. It's a tragedy. I so wanted Ronnie to be a part of our house. She would have been such a great multicultural asset. She just rocked that whole Indian thing way better than her sister, Misha. Misha is a Psi Sigma Gamma? Yes, but I don't know for how long. Misha's been temporarily suspended since last week for having broken the house rules after drinking way too much champagne. Interesting. And one last thing, did Psi Sigma Gamma happen to have a party last night for the first year rushies? Nuh-uh. Last night I went out for a low-fat frozen yogurt, and then I went to bed. There wasn't any Psi Sigma Gamma party that I heard of, officers. And as the president, I would know. Oh, come on. You honestly think that we believe a sorority president would go to bed early during rush week, the busiest and most actively filled week of the year for sororities? I promise you, Psi Sigma Gamma is so popular that we don't need to ourselves out like the other sororities. And if you don't believe me, I got dozens of sisters who are willing to back me up. If you ask me, Madison's lying through her teeth. You're right, Will, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm convinced there is evil lurking behind those big puppy eyes. Those cute puppy eyes.
Simp alert. We got a simp.
It's true, at least we learned that Misha is a Psi Sigma Gamma girl, though there's not much point in questioning her since she's been temporarily suspended. Way to go, Will. This newspaper article heading is extremely faded. But the one word in the title, hazing, is enough to warrant a little more digging. Would you mind recovering the full headline? Great work, Will. You not only recovered the full headline from that newspaper article, but you also recovered its date. The article dates back to 1981, but the headline still has me curious. Hazing gone wrong. Especially since Ronnie's death could have been due to hazing. I agree, Will. Even though this article is apparently more than 30 years old, it would be smart to send it to the lab so that Alice can recover the full article. After much searching, I managed to find the article, Hazing Gone Wrong, based on the newspaper strip you found in the amphitheater. It's about a first-year student who, during rush week of 1981, wanted to join the Psi Sigma Gamma sorority. Oh my goodness, that's the sorority Ronnie wanted to join. The sorority organized a hazing and tied this first-year student up before forcing her to drink huge amounts of alcohol. What the? This is exactly what happened to Ronnie. Remember, this happened in 1981, and this first-year student survived. In fact, the hazing victim is now the dean of this very college. The hazing victim in the article is Donna Walker. Ronnie's death must have stirred up a lot of bad memories. It'll be best if we checked up on her. Mrs. Walker, we're sorry to have to bring this up, but we recently discovered that you were a victim of a hazing incident back when you were a student at this very college. It's true, I was invited to a Psi Sigma Gamma party, during which the girls thought it would be funny to tie me up and force me to drink. I was in a coma for 4 days. Oh my goodness, we're so sorry. The only positive outcome of that incident is that I've hardly ever touched alcohol since. Hardly ever. Well, I admit, I may drink the odd glass of champagne from time to time for special occasions. What hurt me most about the incident is that the dean at the time didn't do anything to punish the Psi Sigma Gamma girls. It made me so angry I vowed to become a dean myself and do better. And if Ronnie's death was caused by the Psi Sigma Gamma girls, I met the young student Amy would be very happy to see their sorority closed down for good. Poor Mrs. Walker, it's terrible what happened to her. Why do kids find it necessary to torture others like that? One thing is clear, the dean doesn't even try and hide her hatred for the Psi Sigma Gamma. But what if Mrs. Walker tried to frame Psi Sigma Gamma for killing Ronnie in order to close down the sorority for good? And now that I think about it, she's the one who found the body.
I analyzed that photo you collected from the Psi Sigma Gamma sorority, and as you already guessed, it was used for drinking. Or rather, it was used to force someone to drink. I found membrane particles on the funnel, which came from Ronnie's
esophagus.
Ronnie must have already been tied up when this happened, because no one with their throat full of blood would then allow someone to pour alcohol down the funnel. So that means it was the killer who forced Ronnie to drink. Exactly. Now on the outside of the funnel, I found faint traces of absorbic acid, which makes up vitamin C supplements. Evidently, your killer enjoys the extra boost. So our killer takes vitamin C supplements. They will come in handy soon, because there won't be much sunlight once they're behind bars. Back at the office. Well, at least now we know that Ronnie wanted to join the Psi Sigma Gamma sorority. We still don't know what she did the night she got killed. We also know that the dean hates the Psi Sigma Gamma sorority and could possibly have gone to extreme measures to try and get it shut down. Then there's Josh, who claims to have slept with Ronnie, but as of yet, there's no proof of A. And of course, there's the president of the Psi Sigma Gamma who denies her sorority at a party last night. But even after finding all that out, I still don't have the faintest idea who our killer is. Captain Will, a certain Tess Goodwin wants to see you. She claims to know who killed your victim. What the? That's impossible. How could a student have cracked the case before us? Well, guys, I'll see you guys next time for case 3. Not case 3, chapter 3, and the additional investigation. I'll see you guys later. Love you all. Get out.